Good morning everybody, and this is your Euro USD setups for today. So from the 8 hour we have broken below the 150 EMA. Oscillators are grouping down towards oversold territory, and for me at the moment this is bottom of range or neckline of head and shoulders that we spoke about yesterday. So there's the left shoulder, here's the head, and this is the right shoulder here. So, or you can look at this as cup and handle, or inverse cup and handle as well. So nevertheless, it is a range, especially the right side, the right shoulder, or the handle is in a range, and we are flirting with it after hours, or Asian sessions should I rather say. We have dropped below it, but look at yesterday's. Yesterday's buyers were coming in here. They were scaling in for some reason, not aggressively, but they definitely were coming into this. Now if you look at the 3 hour, you can see this week has been a pretty solid move down, and you look at that does look like it could be a bit of a flag forming for a break to the downside. So there is merit for looking for opportunities to short at the moment. Only thing against that is the oscillators, which are oversold at the moment. So it's telling us that this move could pretty much be complete. Now, one thing before we get to lower time frames is the weekly. So you can see we've had weekly buyers come in off here above the moving averages, but we're just not getting above the 150 EMA. And you can see basically the whole of last year how we kept coming up to the weekly 150 EMA, and we kept rejecting it. So 2022 was a fairly decent downtrend which started in 2021. So at the moment, we need to break above the structure that we have here at the upside at 109,986, and build a base above that for us to even start thinking of long-term longs at the moment. So we are still very confused as to where the Feds are going, and with all the wars that are brewing at the moment, it is going to strengthen the dollar, so which basically means a short on Euro USD. Look at the oscillators here, separated, and it just everything here is just indicating that there is potentially a move down. The only thing that is against us is the moving averages that have crossed over, and the fact that price is in between the 150 and the slow moving averages, and they are flat. So that is indicating confusion. So when you look at your setups on the lower time frames, you need to keep that in mind, that any break above this area at 109,986, you need to wait for a retest. You can see we've had a break above there already back in last week of December, but we didn't hold it. So we didn't come back and test it. We basically broke below, and we've been rejecting it since. So that is a key pivotal point on your charts. So any move above 109,986, and you can probably round that off to 110, that is your line in the sand for longs at the moment. So let's get down to the hour, and while you hit the like button. So yesterday was pretty much one-way traffic. Unfortunately, hindsight's always a perfect science, but that would have been the most logical rejection, as we spoke about yesterday, 109,314. But again, that's why you always look for 3 possible areas or possible zones where you can get a rejection, and you can see it did happen with a range bar at 9 o'clock. So that was just before the market opened. Then the market opened here and we fell. So there was definitely a short on offer there. There it is there. Nice juicy inside bar on the 15 minute at just before the market opened. Jeepers. So this is the market open bar here. There. This is pre-market for the DAX. DAX must opens at 9, and then we have pre-market, and then at 10 it really opens and gets going. So That's kind of what happened, and then we've got another green bar up here to test it in a way and reject it as well. So that was our short entry. At the moment, we kind of, you can see how we try to defend this this daily level here at 108,770. So the big question here is, have we dropped below it, or is this just a little fake out at the Asian session? Remember, the Asian session is not as strong as the Eurozone session or the US Open for this pair, but the US Open was confused, as you can see. Okay, so we're at a pivotal point as far as I'm concerned. We have this major level here, which we did close below a couple of times, and let's just have a look on the hour. So even the hour closed below there, and we came back and we closed on it, and now we're back below it. So this to me is our key. It's 108,770. Now if we drop below that, we do have a little bit of structure below. I just want to get them in so we can have a look at this. That would be the most logical. And again, look there, pin bar. Well, that's probably what we're aiming for, 108,300. So back to the 15 minutes, and let's just look where entries would be. So obviously these tails to the left here, now I'm not going to read all of them, but you can see wherever there's a fractal, and there's a pin bar again, that would be an area of interest. I don't think there's nothing up top here which, let me just double check that before we say that, and probably there is a pin bar. So 108,770, let's just stick with that, 108,770. That is your line in the sand. So maybe what you would want to do, if you have the time for this, is take it off the 5 minutes. So 108,770 is obviously of interest, and then you have a couple of pin bars, quite a few. I'm just going to highlight all of them. And what I've noticed this year is these pin bar tails are starting to become more and more relevant. So there's obviously some institution that has got some algorithm that is trading pin bars or the price action of pin bars, because you can see that indicates where buyers came in. So 108,736, you can see that's a whole lot of buyers that came in, rushed up and then got going. So obviously that's an area of importance. So if price gets back to there and rejects it, that is a fairly strong signal in my view at the moment. So what you're looking for is 108,770 would be ideal, but you could be ambushed at 108,756, 108,736 or 108,725. You're looking for rejection off that area, and you are looking to target 108,524. So that's kind of the setup that I've got at the moment. Just be wary of this 108,770, because if you get back above it, which is also possible, it could build a base for just to launch a bit higher and then probably look at another attempt to get through it. So that's kind of my view at the moment. It is chaotic. I'd be trading a very small position on this to see what's happening, but that's kind of what I'm seeing at the moment. Is there is a potential breakout to the downside that could be brewing, and it would be nice to get in on it early, but be very cautious. It may just go against you. Okay, hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Cheers for now.